Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Chelsea Hornets head soccer coach Lee Miller. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome in, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. So you've had an impressive 10-1 start. You've gone undefeated since the last time we spoke. So you guys are doing really well. You've played several games since we've spoken before. And let's go through a few of these.
Okay.
So back on February 27th, you played Prattville. You beat them handily, 4-1. Tell us what you saw from that team.
So Prattville's very good. I was worried about that game. They had only lost one game at the time, and that was to Oak Mountain, who also beat us. I saw them on film. I thought, man, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic. It's going to be a challenge. And we kind of jumped on them early. I mean, we were 2-0 up in the first 10 minutes. And and I thought, man, if we can just put another one in, maybe we can, just walk off. But it didn't go that way. Prattville put up a good fight, and they made it a little tough on us. But in the end, we pulled away, and we won 4-1, which is a great score line. Probably a little harsh for them because I think they're better than that. But, we were happy to win.
Well, once you can jump out on a team like that and get ahead early, it puts the onus on them, doesn't it?
100%.
Yeah, good deal. So next you played 4A Fultondale. You beat them 3-0. You followed that up with a tight win against Spain Park, who we want to mention is an area team for you. You beat them 3-2. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, so the Fultondale win was nice. It's kind of a sandwich game between Prattville and in the first area game, and so I thought they were tough and gritty, and they fought us, but they may have been a little overmatched, and that's okay. They need to play teams like us to get ready for their competition, their area, and all that. And I think they'll do really well.
Yeah.
Spain Park, I didn't think we played very well, especially in the first half or most of the first half.
Right.
And Spain Park's good. They're tough, and they kind of punched us in the mouth a little bit, and they got up 2-0, which was shocking, and I was worried how we would handle it, but we were able to punch one in right before halftime, kind of a heads-up play, foul called, clock's running down. Our player puts the ball down, serves it in. Max was aware of it. He ran in, Max Weaver, and he flicked it on and scored the goal. So we're only down 2-1 at the half, so we feel like, hey, we're right back in it.
Right.
And, then we, I thought we played better in the second half, fought hard to get our opportunity. Daniel Teixeira got on the end of a cross, headed it in.
Correct.
Made it 2-2. We thought we could find the winner. We couldn't. Go to overtime, go to double overtime, go to a shootout.
Wow.
And so
it really was tight.
Yeah, so you go to a shootout, which is not the situation you want, but we got a freshman goalkeeper who's in goal, and you think maybe that's not a good thing because the youth and inexperience. But I was pretty confident in him, but we actually didn't even need him to make a big save, and maybe part of it was his presence. He's a long, athletic kid,
right?
And Spain Park put a couple of penalties over the goal, and we made ours. So we ended up winning 4-2 on penalty kicks.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other area game that night also went to penalty kicks, where Briarwood beat Pelham. So in our area, we had 2 penalty kick shootouts on the first night of area play. So we're in for a crazy area situation these next 5 games.
Sure.
But we got the win, so that was the important part.
Good. So then you played Gardendale last night. Another very good team. You beat them 4-2. So you move on. And coming up next, this Friday, you play Briarwood, another area team. Like you said, these are going to be tough opponents, right? What do you expect to see from the Lions?
So I've scouted them a little bit. They're big, strong, athletic. They play with intensity. Mm-hmm. I know some of those kids personally. I've seen them in the club scene over the years, and we're going to be in for a fight. There's no doubt about that. They're very, very good. The winner of this game will be in the front seat of this area
for sure.
Since we both won our opener, and of course you can't count out Pelham and Spain Park because it's going to be a fight to every bit you can get in this area. You better get it because it's not going to come easy for anybody.
Right. So mentioning Pelham, on Monday you play Huffman, and then you follow it up on Thursday with Pelham, another area game. you'll be meeting them for the first time also. What do they bring to the table?
So they play really fast-paced style, and they always seem to have guys that can just launch a shot from anywhere and give you trouble. I mean, they score the incredible long-range goals that you would think you'd say, don't take that shot. It's the low percentage shot, but Pelham's proven over the years that they can hit the low percentage shots. Yes, they can. So we've got to be sure that we don't give them free rein to do what they want. We got to apply pressure and keep them from having their way. And we hopefully we play on it's here, so hopefully a little home field advantage maybe will help us. But we expect again another battle, another dogfight. They got a really great goalkeeper. And we go to summer camp with them, so we kind of know each other very well.
Okay, good.
And so we,
kind of know what to expect.
This past summer in our scrimmages at camp, we saw that it's going to be a battle, and so it was almost here. So here we go.
Okay. So then on Friday the 21st, you'll have Douglas coming here. Then you're out for spring break.
Right.
So we'll be talking to you probably after that week.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a wrap for the games coming up. Let's mention right now some of the players that you have. We mentioned an injury status the last time. You were telling me that 4 of those 5 injured are coming back this Friday. So you're getting some of your guys back.
Right.
That's got to be a good thing, right?
Yes. So we're getting our goalkeeper that got the concussion is back. Parker Dean, our other striker, will be back.
Good.
And who's the other one? Well, Luke Miller's still out. He's the one that we really were anticipating getting back. Oh, Campbell Jenkins, he's been back already for a few weeks.
Good.
He's the one that broke his wrist, but he's back. And
good.
So we're excited to get some guys back, and luckily no new injuries, which is great. And hopefully Luke will be back with us soon. Once we do get him, I mean, boy, we're really boosted. We got a lot going for us.
Got a lot going, and I mean, you're already on a roll. So bringing these guys back in is only going to help.
In theory, that's what we.
That's
hope.
right. That's right. So, wanted to ask a question here. Have there been any players this year that have been a surprise to you?
I don't know if it's a surprise because I knew the kid was good, but we had a kid when Parker went out hurt.
Right.
Cooper Bomball, who had been coming off the bench, and he was a JV player last year. He kind of went into that role, and I mean, he's reeled off goal after goal, got multiple assists, was huge in that Prattville game. Helped us beat Grissom earlier this year. Scored a goal last night against Gardendale. Got an assist last night.
Nice.
I mean, so this kid has really stepped up and done an incredible job.
Good deal.
And so yeah, but that's been great. I'd say another one to point out is we had a freshman right back. You don't normally want to do that, but we had a kid named Sebastian Palfreyman. Who is new, just moved here in the summer, and he's done a really great job as a 9th grader to step in and do that. So
good.
And I think
you got tons of time with him. Right?
Yeah, right, exactly. We're super excited about the future with him.
Yeah.
And then we have a freshman goalkeeper who stepped up huge when Andrew Perkey was out. So those 2 freshmen have done great, along with Cooper is kind of being. I guess you could say they're surprises, even though I'm not that surprised. But they weren't guys that you could say, oh, from last year, these are guys we expected to do great things.
Right. So we don't want to leave out Max Weaver. He scored his 50th career goal the other night. Only 6 other players in Chelsea history has done that. Tell us about this young man.
So Max really, he's always a good player, but he really blew up last year and scored 26 goals for us.
Wow.
He seems to have a knack for being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Makes great runs, deceptively fast. Most of his goals are short range. He gets in a position where he can just tap it to the corner. And, he just can't stop scoring.
Right.
You can't complain about that. And what's funny about him is I first met him when he was like, I'm going to say maybe 8 years old. I was coaching against him. And I remember the kids calling him Weaver.
Yeah.
And he just dribbled through all of our kids and scored all these goals. And we're like, oh my goodness. So then fast forward years later, they moved to Chelsea coincidentally, and I said, hey, I remember that kid.
That's
and,
fantastic.
And so I'm glad he's on my team.
Absolutely. Glad he's not on another area team. Right?
100%. Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, that's our show. We certainly appreciate your time. And as always, we appreciate yours. Join us again for another Chelsea version of Coach Speak.